Hello and welcome to my channel, either for the very first time or if you're a returning viewer or if you're already a part of this community and you're one of my wonderful subscribers. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I do have a very encouraging word for those of you who may have lost some hope or you're feeling as though you are losing your hope. God is just relaying a message concerning your relationship with your kingdom spouse. So first, let me say that this message is specifically for those of you who are actively in a relationship with the person God has revealed as your spouse to be. I want to emphasize that you are actively in that relationship, meaning that you guys are together. This is not a reconciliation message. Although God did share a word for me concerning that like a couple of months ago by now. I'll insert an image of it on the screen somewhere. So for those of you who that message may be for, that word still stands. When God decides to do that in His timing, it can and will still come to pass. So I'd encourage you to go and visit that video. But this message is again specifically for those of you who are in relationships with your kingdom spouse, and maybe you are just discouraged or you've lost some hope because of strife, because of disagreements, because of not seeing eye to eye on things, because of just confusion, problems that have been going on in the relationship. God has shared what I believe is such a beautiful message, such a word of hope. So I do encourage you to stick around for the entire word so that you can hear what it is God is speaking to you. But also I want to say, just remain open in spirit to hearing what our Heavenly Father has to say beyond this video and beyond this word. Because God will not stop the message here. He will continue to relay to you instructions to help you in your relationship. So you will have to have an open spirit and heart to be able to hear from God. Because God is going to provide help. Restoration is coming in the way that God will be doing that. But you will also have to do your part in just doing whatever it is God is instructing you and leading you to do. So with all of that being said, stick around and we will get right into this message. So the very first thing I want to say is, do not walk away from your relationship. Do not end that relationship. Some of you may have been questioning that. Some of you may have been, well, let me not say may. For those of you who this word is for, you've likely been questioning if you are to walk away from this person. You may be asking God, where is He in this relationship? Is He still in this relationship? Is this still a promise of His? Is He still a part of this? Like all kind of questions you may have been asking God. And the very first thing that God is revealing is to remain in that relationship, because His promise and His covenant with you and this marital promise still stands. God is still for this relationship. So for one, God is wanting to clear up confusion that you may have been having. And you've likely been turning to Him because you have been in a state of confusion or doubt or hopelessness. So the very first thing God is wanting to do is to encourage your spirit by letting you know that He is still for your relationship. He is still for that marital promise. And He is still working things out for you and your partner's favor and for this relationship. Okay, so let me tell you guys how this message came about in the first place. There was this swan video that appeared in my shorts feed. And it just caught my attention. So I had to watch this one short with swans. And then YouTube suggested another one. And then I ended up seeing another one. I think I was watching swan shorts for a good like 10 or 15 minutes. Very unexpected, not planned, not why I had come on YouTube in the first place. But in the midst of this, I was just like, why are these swans being brought to my attention? From what I have learned in my prophetic walk and journey, a lot of things aren't random. So when God is bringing something to my spirit or he's highlighting something, it's usually not random. So I kind of figured that this was not random. Like, why was God bringing these swans to my attention? So I decided to go look up the biblical meaning of swans. Now, I do want to say that there was really nothing biblically speaking related to swans except like one verse. But it wasn't like, after I read it, I was like, okay, that ain't it. Like, I highly doubted that God had highlighted swans for like what the scripture was saying. I ended up researching the prophetic meaning of swans. And through this is where God basically gave me the message, this encouragement for you guys, the revelation to share this word with you. So one thing I just want to mention about swans first is that they are one of the few animals that have lifelong partners. So they are usually with one partner for their entire life. And I thought that was so beautiful. And it's to the extent that a lot of times when one of the partners die or pass, they end up not getting with another swan. So they're with this one swan for their entire life, pretty much. A lot of times they will move the same way, like their bodies and stuff will be synchronized, and they'll live together for their entire life. So they truly are an animal that represents union, that represents loyalty, that demonstrates what a long-term or a lifelong commitment actually is. It's so significant that God was putting this animal in particular within my attention, just considering how committed and loyal these animals are. That right there is meaningful to what God is building in these kingdom relationships, in these kingdom marriages that he is calling forth. These will be marriages that will be lifelong, that will not be something that is you get in that marriage, and if you decide you just don't like the person or want to be with the person, it just ends in divorce. That is not what God is building. So first, be encouraged that God has connected you with the person that there will be purpose with. So this relationship, in addition to the purpose it has already had and the purpose that God has revealed to you already, there is further purpose in this relationship. Do not walk away from the purpose that God has called forth from this relationship, okay? God is wanting you to know that his promise still stands. The promise that he gave to you concerning this marriage to come, concerning this relationship, it still stands. God is still in the midst of it. God has not abandoned his word to you. God has not abandoned this promise. And he has not abandoned the work he has already begun through you two and in your relationship. So even if you have been questioning God on if he is still in this, if God is still a part of this, God has not abandoned this promise. God has not abandoned your relationship, and he's still working in the midst of whatever it is you guys may be going through. God is still working through that. So yes, God is still for your relationship. And that should answer a question that some of you likely have been asking, like, is God still present? Does he still want you with this person? Is this promise still a plan, a part of his plan? So the answer to that question is yes. God is still for this relationship. God is still for the promise. So what God is revealing in spirit is that you, as I mentioned in the start of the video, are likely going through some type of difficulties or whatnot in your relationship. But one thing God is speaking is that restoration is going to come. Healing is going to come. So God is going to restore some things within your relationship. God is going to restore the peace, healthy communication, the joy, just having fun and having the happiness. God is going to be restoring these things. One thing God is saying is to wait upon Him. That means something different for everyone, but all in all, it means to wait upon Him. So however He is calling you to wait, do that. But all in all, again, it means to wait upon Him, because He is going to be restoring things and redeeming time. And by redeeming your time, I simply mean that God is going to restore what has been lost, broken, stolen, delayed. So all of these things that you may have been experiencing in your relationship, that delay that may have been happening, that brokenness that you or your partner may have been feeling because of the strife and the conflict, God is going to redeem your time for that. So during those times where there may have been conflict and issues, God's going to restore that to you. So be encouraged by that, to know that this will not be the situation always. It will not stay like this. It won't remain like that. God is going to restore things on behalf of you and your partner. And another thing that God is pointing out is that you have been given a calling upon your own life personally. And for you, God is saying that you're not meant to walk alone when it comes to that calling. So He has someone that will be in your life for the reason of purpose, even when it comes to your calling. So even if you don't see that right now, or maybe you do, God may have revealed that completely to you, or God is revealing that to you as time goes by. But you're not meant to walk alone when it comes to your calling. So God has given you a kingdom spouse, a kingdom partner. And your partner will be there to help with certain things as they are being led by God, and you doing the same for your partner. As the both of you are being led by the Spirit of God, there will be things that God is calling you to help each other with when it comes to your calling, when it comes to kingdom work, when it comes to your passions, when it comes to these different things. So yeah, you will get the benefit of your relationship, but God is also doing something so much bigger and so much beyond just the relationship itself. He has also put a calling on each of your lives. And so He has put someone in position for a purpose to help with that calling, to help with the things that He is leading you to do, to help with the promises that He has for your life particularly. God has allowed you to be connected to and be in a relationship with someone that He knows is suitable to help you. He knows that something within them is suitable to help something within you or within your life or within the promises that He has given you. When I tell you God knows exactly what He is doing, God knows exactly what He is doing. Just like He knows that you are going to be watching this video at the very moment that you are watching this video. He knew that He was going to lead you to this word or to this message. So God is very intentional about what He does. So be encouraged again just by knowing that He has put this person in your life for one reason, which is to help when it comes to your calling. And another thing that God is revealing, and oh goodness, this message is just so beautiful, y'all. Another thing that God is revealing is that your hidden obedience, your hidden faithfulness, God sees that and He knows about it. So God knows about those prayers that were just between you and Him. So your partner doesn't even know some of the prayers that you have prayed or have written out or have taken before God or requested God of. But God does. Those prayers that are between you and Him. Maybe you made certain sacrifices that only God knew about. Maybe you were fasting and only God knew about it. He has seen those things and your obedience has mattered. Your faithfulness to this relationship, to your partner, has mattered. You remaining loyal has not been in vain. Even if your partner didn't see it or acknowledge it, or they said certain things or did certain things that just didn't show that there was value in your obedience and the sacrifices that you made. God is wanting you to know that He's seen those moments. He's seen those things that you did to show loyalty, to show commitment, and to show obedience. I can hear the Spirit of God just saying, well done, my faithful servant. So just well done. God is saying well done to you for just remaining faithful. Through the testing and through the trials, well done for staying faithful. And the very last thing, which I believe is one of the most important parts of this message and this word, is that there may have been some things that you and your partner went through that was due to disobedience or you not doing as God was instructing you or leading you to do. So as a result, you may have experienced some things due to that. But also, some of the things that you have been going through have been due to a season of testing. So God has had you in a place or a season of testing, because there are things that He has to work on within you, within your partner, and within your relationship. There's some things that God is having to refine within you, to transform. So you know how I mentioned that swans, they are very loyal. They're together for life. And so God is building these relationships, these marriages that are meant to be for life, which requires a tremendous amount of commitment, a tremendous amount of loyalty. You know that He has to build that up within you. He has to test your loyalty. He has to test your ability to be committed. So some of these things that you guys have been experiencing, it is a season of testing, because God is wanting to refine you being more loyal. God is wanting to refine you being more committed. God is wanting to refine how you handle and resolve things. There are these different things that He's wanting to transform and refine when it comes to your character and who you are, because this will matter in your marriage. So if God knows that, for example, healthy communication is going to be needed, then He's working on those things right now. He's bringing forth tests right now to test how well you guys can communicate. When you're good, when you're not good, when things are going smooth, when they're not going smooth, when you're in agreement, when you're not seeing eye to eye on something. God knows how to test you in different ways, to work on these different things. And why? Because he loves both of you. He loves his son. He loves his daughter. He loves the two of you. And he cares about what this marital union would bring forth. So because of that, God is doing the work that it takes now through the two of you, through your relationship, to show you how much he does love you and how much he does care, before he just throws you into something and you really haven't had practice, in a sense, to what it is he has prepared for you. So I would encourage you to just ask God, what is it that you are revealing to me right now, Lord, that you want me to work on? Or how is it that you are helping me in this relationship? Ask God questions so you can know what it is God is specifically doing within your relationship with your partner. Ask him for his wisdom, for his insight. You guys should not, for one, be trying to figure things out on your own, handle things on your own. You serve a mighty God who loves both of you. So make sure you are seeking God for his wisdom. If you seek God for his wisdom concerning this union, God will give you answers. He will give you revelation. He will give you things that will help you. And with that, I do want to point out again, as I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you are really just keeping your spiritual ears open to hearing from God, to hearing how God is helping the two of you. So there's something that God is working on. And whatever that is God is working on, just ask him for his wisdom and his revelation on how he's helping you right now in the season. So guys, this is pretty much the word that God has for you to remain in that relationship. Do not walk away from your kingdom spouse. Do not walk away from your partner. God is still for that relationship. He is telling you to stand firm, to continue to believe in the promise. And I pray that this just gives you clarity, for one, but that it also renews your hope, renews your spirit, to know that God is still in the midst of that relationship. God is still in the midst of that promise coming to pass. That's what we prophesy and declare, that it will come to pass, that you will see that marriage come to pass. So just do what it is God is telling you in the meantime, as he is refining you, transforming you, and working on that relationship to get to the actual promise itself. You have remained faithful. God has seen that. So just continue to do that. You've already been in a posture of being faithful. So continue to remain in that posture. Thank you so much for listening to this word, for hearing this word. I pray that it encouraged you. And may you continue to walk in love and guidance with the Holy Spirit to what it is God has in store for you and your partner, for your union and for your marriage to come. Do me a tremendous favor and give this video a like if it did help you. And I'd also love for you to subscribe if you're not one of my subscribers already. I do share prophetic messages based off of just what God puts within my spirit, based off of visions, dreams. That's what I do on this channel. So I'd love for you to join me. Again, I pray that this encouraged you. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.